Alright, so I'm excited to show the 20-gallon long Reef. So this used to be a 29-gallon, but this weekend I went and got a 20-gallon long. I think it just looks a lot better, in my opinion. I got some hints off BRS about the fact that the height and the depth should be similar, if at all possible, and 20-gallon long is that. So, and actually now that I put it together as a reef tank, it looks a lot better. Lesson learned coming from fresh water. So, anyway, but today's excitement is that I have done quite a bit of things other than just doing a complete tank swap. Alright, so I don't know where to dive in, but let's start with the fact that we got the sump installed. So, sump is running. This is the eShop's RS75 sump. It's rated for 75-gallon sumps, or tanks. It's great. I haven't had any complaints other than the fact that it's definitely micro, right? I mean, I've got not a lot of room in here, but I'm doing quite a bit of damage in 30 inches by 10 inches, right? So, and I'll show you some more here in a minute. But yeah, sump's in there. I've got my heater in there. I'll talk to you guys in a minute about the Apex stuff. This is a cheap Instanocean or Marineland skimmer. It's not skimming right now, so I don't know what's going on. But I may end up just replacing that with something awesome. So, then I got my, I run Purigen and Hypersorb, plus I run C-Gel and Renew. So I've got those kind of stacked in there until I can get a reactor. My CJ 2.0 return pump there, it's doing an awesome job. It's kicking butt, and it's really nice and quiet, as long as it's not rubbing on anything. But yeah, and I just got a little bit of LED lighting installed there. It looks kind of cool. The sump there, feeding the sump I have the eShop's PF300 overflow external. I haven't had any problems with the siphon. This is a little finicky, this little tube, and I'm assuming if I would have actually did some research online, I probably would have learned this, but you know, if you tilt this way or this way, you'll see a difference in how it flows. I've actually had it, if I tilt it too far forward, the overflow box will fill up, and it's just not able to get as much siphon. I guess it's kind of pinching off the flow into the overflow pipe. So that would make sense, but you know, I didn't know that. I actually did have a little bit of water leak over at one point. So anyway, there's the overflow box. So now we'll come back. I'm still running the Fluval 2.0 Marine and Sea. These are actually going to do, I think, a little bit better now that I'm in a 20 long. I'm just going to get a consistent coverage. The rock height is fairly consistent with the exception of one. I don't know, I think I'm going to get decent enough par. I mean, I don't think I'll be able to do any crazy SPSs at, you know, 400 par, but I'm definitely going to be able to do LPSs and softies and maybe even a few LPSs on the lower end. So I think I'll be able to go with that until I can spend some more money. Oh, and I have, so now I guess we might as well just get into the Apex. So I got the new Apex hooked up. The components that I have are the new Apex Wi-Fi that just came out. I'm running the automatic top-off kit. I'm running the automatic feed kit. And I'm running the leak detection kit. which includes the FMM. Now, I have over here that I've yet to install the dose, which I'm planning on getting installed, but given the fact that I only have 2 corals that are alive, my cow and mag are fine, and my cage, so they're not really getting sucked up all that much. So yeah, so I'll show you my install. I actually put together a kind of a double-sided board here that fills in the gap of this. So that's the gap that used to be on the other side. I filled it in. That way I can kind of run all my wires and everything down there. I use furniture inserts here to keep the wires nice and clean. I do have a little room down there. I'm hoping that the dose will fit in there. You can hardly see there, but I'm hoping that the dose tubes will fit there, and then the dose should just sit right on top of the tubes. So anyway, I'm hoping that those will fit there, and then I'll have everything inside of the tank. Yeah, so the energy bar is really badass. Yeah, all the probes, got those mounted there in the sump. The automatic top-off kit, it's optical. It's got 2 optical and a failover float. That's kind of cool. The leak detection, I've only got 1 hooked up right now, back here by the sump, because I do have water that'll sometimes leak out of this guy, so I have that there for caution. Oh, and then last, I got the Innovative Marine ATO kind of reservoir. It's really cool. You that lighting's kind of bad here, but you pull this drawer out, and then come this way. You pull this drawer out, and then you're able to fill it up from there without having to empty anything. So you just pull that drawer out, pour the water into that, and it automatically goes into the bucket. So the PMUP is hooked up to the auto top-off kit. It's included with the auto top-off kit. So the PMUP is in there. I'm using all the cool hosing that comes with the Neptune. So that's the current update. Quite a bit of stuff, but I'm real stoked about the setup now. The only thing I need to get done is the dose, and then we're good. But yeah. Oh, the last thing that I wanted to mention, along with this reset, I actually dipped my rock in 50/50 50/50 bleach. I got sick and tired of just all the bubble algae, all the hair algae. It was just taking me over. So I knew I was going to do a complete reset of the majority of everything, including the sand. I actually relayed all the sand, put egg crate underneath the rock this time. Just kind of laid the sand around the rock rather than buried it in the rock or buried it in the sand. So I'm hoping that I'm just going to have a better control situation of all of the nutrients this time around. Not to mention the fact that, I've got a sump now, so I wanted to kind of start fresh, even though I knew that was going to kind of set me back quite a bit as far as the beneficial bacteria that's going to kind of be in the rock, and the fact that I already had quite a bit of coralline on the rock, which made it look really nice. Excuse me. Been at this all day. So anyway, that's the current setup, gang. Let me know what you think.